Well, hello everyone, and welcome to week 4 and or your spring break, depending on whenever you choose to take your spring break. Depends on what week this is for you. So just wanted to do a quick check-in screencast to cover a few things. So this should be relatively short, but the main purpose of this screencast is for me to clarify any spring break questions that you may have. Okay, so how about I start with that? If you take a look at the course schedule, I'm going to pull it up right here. You can see here, here we are at the beginning of week 4. Today is Monday, March the 18th. That's the day I'm recording this. And we're in week 4. So Westminster, Boulder County campus, you would do week 4. Now technically, you can take a spring break whichever week you want to take it, okay? I tried to break it up so that if you want to take a spring break, like if you're also taking class on campus somewhere, you can take spring break when your campus is taking spring break, okay? And I want to say this, take a spring break, take a week off of school. I am going to take my week next week. Next week is March the 25th. Westminster is on break that week. That's where I'm located. I'm taking a week away, okay? So I think you should too. I think you should take the week away. I think it's important to get to the end of the semester without completely collapsing due to exhaustion. So anyhow, week 4, if you are on spring break this week, take spring break. Larimer campus would be on spring break this week, so take your spring break. Don't do anything for this class unless you need to make up something or whatever. Do nothing for this class if you're on spring break this week. If you want to take spring break next week, great. Do week 4's module this week, okay? So I say that right here. If you're not on spring break, do the week 4 module, okay? And everything goes just like it always does. Well, the discussion boards will actually not shut on you randomly this week, okay? So your discussion boards Wednesday, Friday, journal on Sunday, stuff like that, all right? So then if you are not on spring break this week, you would go ahead and do week 4. If you're on spring break, like Larimer would be right here, Larimer spring break, then take the week. Next week then, Westminster and Boulder are on spring break. Take that week if you don't take this week. And so here, if you're a Larimer student and you're back on next week, complete the week 4 module. Just jump into week 4 like you always normally would. There will be already discussion posts with responses there. That's okay. Dive in there, do your initial response, respond to people who already have responses or to people who are posting with you that week. It's perfectly fine to do that. Same thing, discussions Wednesday, Friday, journal entry on Sunday. Now, one of the things that I wanted to do to make it a little bit easier for everyone is, especially considering all the confusion that's been happening and the fact that I'm a little behind on journals, is this. I know here in the schedule it says that if you're a Westminster-based or Boulder-based student, that your journal entry would be due Sunday the 24th. Actually, I've decided to just make that the journal for week 4's module to be due March the 31st, okay? So this is actually the overall due date for everyone, and I've made that clear in the Dropbox due date right here, okay? So your week 4 journal is not due until March the 31st, okay? Whether you take spring break this week or next week, okay? So folks, that's the big spring break thing. If you have any questions, let me know. Essentially, it's take a spring break, your choice, or if you really want to take 2 weeks to complete the week 4 module, do that. I have some students who do that, who say, you know what, I'd like to post my initial post this week and my 2 responses next week. Sure, okay, I'm fine with that. Take a break though. I think taking a break is really important. We need a little bit of a breather. College is hard. The pace is insane. The pace in this class is pretty crazy. It's 10 weeks, so it's really, really busy. So take your break, okay? My other announcements are this. 1, watch for grades to pop up. I've been getting caught up on my journals, especially since we're heading towards midterm for us. And I really like to get as much done as I can before I go on spring break. So this next week is really going to be intense for me in getting as much graded as I possibly can, okay? If you have any questions, let me know. If you have sent me a message in D2L or an email and you haven't heard back from me, that is not personal. Last week with the snow, and then I got sick for 2 days last week. I am digging out of a very, very deep hole right now. I will get dug out of it. Please be patient with me. If there's anything really important that I've missed, just resend the email, and that'll make sure I see it. Okay? Thank you for the work that you're doing. I'm loving the stuff you're doing in the discussion boards. Your journals are really good. Things are going very well in our class, and I will see you in the boards if you're not on spring break this week. And then if you're back next week, I'll see you when I'm back. Okay? Y'all have a great week.